Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a makeup look with all of the Osmosis products I have at the minute. So I'm going to use 4 main Osmosis products. 2 are brand new to me, so you'll see my first impressions of them today, and 2 are kind of older favorites that I've definitely been enjoying for a while. So you're going to see me use the Osmosis foundation, the Osmosis powder, an Osmosis blush, and an Osmosis eyeshadow trio. And this is the finished look and how it came out. So if you want to see how I got this look right here and my thoughts on the Osmosis makeup line, then please keep watching. The first Osmosis product I'm going to use is this eyeshadow trio, and this is their Desert Trio. So it has a nice tan shade, a deeper brown shade, and an orange shade. And I love orange shadows, particularly with light colored eyes, especially blue eyes like mine. I just love the way orange shadows make them pop. So I'm super excited to try this trio out. So I've already primed my eyelids, and I'm just going to take this big fluffy brush. This is the Bobbi Brown Eye Blender brush. And I'm going to dip this into the tan shade just to kind of set that eyeshadow primer I have on there. And this is really nice. I always like having a tan or flesh colored kind of color in any sort of eyeshadow palette because I tend to always just sweep over the lids once I do my primer to kind of set it and even out the look of my eyelids. I tend to do this because there's often discoloration, and even on days when I'm like not wearing any eye makeup, I tend to do this because even without other eyeshadows, this just keeps them looking like fresh and matte throughout the day. Okay, so that's on, and now I'm just going to take this same big fluffy brush and dip into this orange, and we'll see how pigmented it is. I have quite a bit on there, so I'm just going to tap off the excess just because I don't know how pigmented these are going to be. This is totally a first impressions of this product. Okay, so not super pigmented, plus this is a really fluffy brush, so it's kind of diffusing out the color. So I'm just going to keep picking up a little more to keep sweeping that through the crease. And this is a really nice color. Like I said, I really like these orangey tones with blue eyes. And this is nothing too bright or too aggressive. It's just really nice and light and kind of complementary to blue eyes. And I have to say, this is also a first impression of this Bobbi Brown Eye Blender brush, and I absolutely love it. I was getting a little tired of my Sigma E40, which I've had literally for years, and it's always losing hairs, and it's just kind of seen better days. So it was time for another one, and this is actually a lot softer, I find, than the Sigma. Okay, so now to try the final shade in this palette, I'm going to grab a little bit of this brown shadow, and I'm just going to keep going on the same brush because I don't feel like getting complicated today. And I'm just going to kind of do that through the crease as well, just to kind of deepen it. I think you could definitely use this on a denser brush and concentrate it on the outer corner. But I'm going for an easier look today, so I don't want to be that specific and use a totally different brush. I'm really enjoying this soft Bobbi Brown brush. So far, my first impressions of this eyeshadow palette are I love it. I was running out of all of my favorite MAC shadows, so I was kind of looking for something to replace those and to be a little healthier as well. Because Osmosis is a mineral-based makeup company, I feel a little bit better about putting these products so close to my eye, and I really just love the colors. I think this is beautiful. I think you could not get too many looks out of it because it is so small and only has 3 colors, but you could definitely just do an orange in the crease or just do the brown in the crease or a mixture of the 2 like I did. You could also take either of these all over the lid to make it more dramatic, but that just tends not to be my everyday look, but I really love this. Okay, I got interrupted there. I don't know where I left off, but long story short, I really like this eyeshadow palette so far. The only thing I'm disappointed in is the size. These are the exact same size as the blushes. When I saw this online, I thought the trio was going to be like a larger size, like maybe the size of the Smashbox trios or something a little bigger. So it's really tiny, which is, I guess, convenient for travel, but I don't really care about that. I was hoping to get a little bit more product, but I still love it. So far so good. Now for the next Osmosis product, I'm going to use the Osmosis Performance Wear Satin Foundation, and I have mine in the shade Golden Light, which is the lightest one they do, which is still a little dark for me, so just ignore that. I'm just going to take this, I shook it up a little bit, and I'm just going to take 1 pump, and 1 pump of this is a lot, like tons comes out. So this will be enough to cover my whole face. Just kind of have to make sure you spread it around and then blend it in. And I'm just going to blend it in here with my damp beauty blender. So that's it for the foundation. I'm going to leave it there with 1 pump today, just to make sure that that's blended in. I really love this Osmosis foundation. I just wish they had a shade that was a smidge lighter. But with just 1 pump, I got really good coverage out of this. You can definitely build it up for more coverage, but today I don't want it to go too cakey, so I'm just going to leave it there. So the rest of my base is done. As far as cream products, I added my concealer, which I set with translucent powder, and then I also added on a bit of cream bronzer just to kind of help make my bronzer last longer. And now I'm going to use my third Osmosis product for this video, and that is the Osmosis Mineral Pressed Base in Fair. And this is my absolute favorite powder at the moment. I've been using it over every foundation. It's just a really nice color match for me. It gives just a hint of coverage, and it kind of sets your makeup without looking too shiny, and it also doesn't add too much coverage where you look cakey and you can't see things through it. So for example, I'm going to put it over kind of this contour just to kind of set my whole face, and it's not going to completely mask it, but it is just going to set everything and make it feel really nice. And I just like that this is a mineral powder, so it doesn't feel like it's congesting my pores when I wear it all day. Okay, the rest of the base makeup is done, and I'm going to move on to my fourth and final Osmosis product, and this is their blush in the shade Poppy, and it's this really nice like deep red color, and I think this is gonna have a beautiful effect on the cheeks. I'm in love with their color Peony because I tend to wear a cool toned pink on my cheeks every day, and this is the Peony shade, so you can see it's a lot lighter. It's just a nice kind of everyday cool toned but brightening pink, and this one's more of an orangey undertone. It's a lot deeper, and this one I think will make the cheeks look like they have that sunburned, windswept, nice warm look to them. So hopefully this turns out well. I'm just going to sweep this onto the cheeks. Okay, I was looking for a clean blush brush to try this out with. I have this little NARS one I'm going to use, so I'm just going to take a little bit of this shade Poppy, tap off the excess, and sweep this onto the cheeks. Oh yeah, this is really bright red. Ooh, that's really pigmented. Okay, don't need that much. Okay, this definitely gives a lot of color, a lot more pigmented because it's darker than the Poppy one, which I can kind of layer on and put a bunch on. Well, not a bunch, that one's also pretty pigmented, but this one is really making me look nice and red. Okay, I think if you're tanned, this would be absolutely beautiful on you. And then to have a little more fun with the eyes, I'm going to go back in with that deep brown shade from the eyeshadow trio, and then this dense little pencil brush, and just pick up a tad bit and sweep this under the eyes just for extra definition. I think right here with nothing under the eyes, just adding bottom lash mascara, this is going to be my new go-to everyday eye makeup look. I can already tell I love these colors. I love the formula. I love the effect they give and how they make my eyes pop just a little bit. But just for something a little extra today, I'm going to take that darker shade underneath the eye ever so lightly just to deepen it up. And that's it. This is the finished look for this Osmosis makeup look. I love this foundation and powder, and then I tried out the new blush in the shade Poppy and the eyeshadow trio in their shade Desert Trio, and I really like them. I think this blush is going to be my new everyday and replace Peony. It is really bright, but I tend to like a bright blush just because it really livens up the skin and makes you look healthy, and I think this like deeper shade is just really beautiful, especially if you have more tan skin, which I know I don't, but I think it still works on everyone. And as far as the eyeshadow goes, like I said, I think this is going to be my new everyday eyeshadow look, just kind of without the smudging on the lower lash line. But I even like that. I think the brown color looks really nice under there, nothing too deep and harsh, but just really kind of deepens it up a little bit and makes it look a little extra special. So the only product I didn't have from Osmosis that I really wanted to try was a lip product, so hopefully I'll get one of those in the future and I'll be able to review them for you guys. But I just put on a nice neutral nude lip, and so far I'm loving all these products. I absolutely have been definitely loving that powder. That's my favorite powder at the moment, and I just know I'm gonna love these two new products as well. And that's it for this Osmosis brand review, first impressions, and kind of my thoughts on all the Osmosis products I currently have at the minute. If you guys are new and haven't subscribed already, please subscribe down below so you don't miss my next upload. I'm uploading 2 days a week at the minute, and all the products I used in this video will be listed in the description box down below if you're curious, and thank you so much for watching.